Ni hao, and welcome back to the Chinese campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Let's see here, Britain is invading western Sweden, which is ungoverned territory at the moment. They don't have any ships here, but they should probably move some ships there. If they have a navy, that is. I need to check. Other than that, we just started a new war with France and Austria-Hungary. And I think I wrote in the description for the last video that we were also at war with Germany, but that's not really the case yet. But it will be next turn, I'm pretty sure. And they got quite the navy. Our war with the US is pretty much over. Actually, they have built a bit of a surface fleet again, with some heavy cruisers and light cruisers. Wow, Britain, you have a lot of conquest missions up that you're not doing anything with. Maybe do something about that. As for us, we're invading this from the US. And I think once that is done, I think I'm just going to offer them peace. I got a bunch of victory points. And I want to see what I can get. I'm going to probably take some heavy cruisers off of them. And, well, I'm kind of hoping also that they're building some battleships or something that I can take. Are they commissioning something? I don't know. We're going to find out in time. But first, I think we're going to fight the Austro-Hungarians. They got a pretty decent sized task force here. I've sent some ships to engage. And they got a bunch of stuff just hanging around in the Adriatic Sea. Let's go! And I guess we're going to try and fight Spain too. Yep, we also get a war with Spain. Alliance with Japan. Japan has 2 tiny islands. They don't have any ships. They have a crew pool of 3, which has not increased in at least a decade. I guess they're just 3 admirals, like swapping who gets to be the ultimate admiral of Japan, because they do replace their admiral from time to time, and I guess it's just those 3 taking turns. Anyway, yeah, they can be my ally. No, they didn't want to be. Alright. Okay, you can sit there on your 2 tiny islands, Japan, and not have any ships. It's probably the best for you if you're not involved in this war. And there we go, war with Germany as well. Oh, you have allies. Greece. Otto-class battleship. I have allies too. Ottoman Empire. I mean, sure enough. We can do this. We got the Shoima, we got the Hitsen. Where did the... I had one more battleship. Yeah, the Chubin. Where did she go? I don't know. We'll find out later. And here we go. Tiny battleship. Big battle cruiser. Okay. Organizing the fleet. Yeah, you can just keep following the battleships. That is fine. Heavy cruisers can in turn follow the battle cruiser. That is also fine. Zhao Cheng See, torpedoes off. Guess you can scout. Is this an Ottoman ship? No, it's not. It's one of mine. Liao Bei is an Ottoman ship. There was one more. Is it the light cruiser? Yeah, it is. Okay, so Xiao Qing, you are expendable because you're not mine. Worst thing that happens if she sinks is the Ottomans placing an order for another ship, and I make more money. It's a win-win. Maybe that's a little bit cold, but that's how it is. Let's see, how far out are these Austrians? And Greeks. Greece and Ottoman Empire duking it out. A tale as old as time. My DDs are not really expendable though, because they're all mine. I'm kind of curious to see if these Austrian ships are any good. Battlecruiser Fidela has been spotted, and it's actually the Shui Ma spotting her, not the light cruisers. So much for scouting. Excuse me. Here we go. A Greek battleship that is Austrian in origin. 12-inch guns. That's a big battleship for only being armed with 12.1-inch guns. That's a hefty main belt. That's one heavily armored battleship. This is not a paper boat. This is a huge block of solid steel. 25.1-inch main belt. Let's see. Battlecruiser. It also looks nice. With the Q turret too. Very cute. 14.6-inch guns. Also very decent armor. 15.5 inches. All over. And a decent top speed to boot. Pricey ship. Yeah. Very long range that they were spotted at. Because it's down to the heat end. I wish I had my my tube in this task force with the 18-inch guns, because I think I would need them if I am to take on that. That's a different kind of battlecruiser. I thought it was the same class, but no, this is different. This is actual Austro-Hungarian. That is possibly Spanish in origin. 10 inches of armor, but bigger guns. Long range guns. Okay, so these battlecruisers are to be taken serious. Well, not to be taken lightly. Better way of putting it. I'm gonna bring my DDs in and drop some torpedoes in their path. This light cruiser has torpedoes too. You're free to launch whenever something is in range. There we go, first spread of torpedoes out. You can now turn around and turn the other cheek. Meanwhile, my DDs are getting into range. And we are about to select some targets. That is your target. That is your target. And that is your target. One capital ship each. There we go. All the fish are in the water. And this is where Chengda detaches from the rest of the formation. And Hami too. Are these torpedoes gonna hit anything? Yeah, we're gonna find out, I guess. I said my DDs were not expendable, but here I am, about to expend them. But I think we're gonna get some torpedo hits on those capital ships, which might make it worth it. Torpedoes missed the battleship, but we got 2 torpedoes on Fidela. Let's take a look at the enemy heavy cruiser. Kind of slow, not too well armored. Yeah, Hami is probably dead. There we go. Torpedo hit on this battle cruiser as well. So far, not too bad. We're gonna lose a DD. But we scored 3 torpedo hits on enemy capital ships. The 2 on Fidela being very, very welcome indeed. Actually, both of you focus Fidela. Bobenberg doesn't really have the greatest amount of firepower. Hami sinks. There we go, these 2 are back in a division. And their next job will be to just go for the battleship. Which is really be too well armored for me to take on with. It's got anti-torp 5 too, and triple bottom. This is going to be difficult to take down. That level of armor. And increased beam and draft. Let's put the secondary guns on the light cruiser. Not really scoring any good hits on that battlecruiser though, sadly. I think you would be better off firing AP with your secondaries. There we go. That is murdering the light cruiser. Heavy cruisers can switch to that heavy cruiser. Yeah, that light cruiser is going down. And she gone. There we go, getting decent hits on Fidela. These two remaining DDs will approach that battleship directly, trying to take it out. Admiral Spawn coming in. We're scoring floating hits on the battlecruiser now, which is great. Once it is out, I'm switching to the other battlecruiser. I'm just not confident my my big guns can actually do much against the Baubenberg. Ma can actually already switch. Yeah, this is the kind of ship I would like to have the Mudeng go up against. Shrema actually taking a decent bit of damage here. Admiral Spawn goes down. Both battleships again fire at Fidela. Secondaries can start taking on the battleship, I think. Okay, game is being kind of choppy now. For some reason. Okay, we're launching. Torpedoes are in the water. Okay, I guess I have to do this on pause then. There we go. Let's see if we're gonna get any hits out of this. Also, I want my my thumbnail. Oh yeah, they finally fixed the thing where it would say sinking and ship class over the sinking ship even after I turned off the HUD. So there we go. Nice. That was one pretty expensive battlecruiser too. 3 billion. Although I think Fidela is, yeah, even more expensive. I'm gonna lose another DD, aren't I? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But torpedoes are looking pretty good. I think we're gonna get at least 2 here from this launch, yes. 2 torpedo hits, didn't do a whole lot of damage, thanks to anti-torpedo 5. And probably a disgusting amount of resistance, being a speciality of Austro-Hungarian hulls. Is this one gonna hit too? Yeah, barely nicked the bow, was a dud. Liao Bay, you're not doing too hot, are you? I'll send that battlecruiser down there to deal with the heavy cruiser. Wow. No, I didn't really have anything running in the background, so I'm not sure what's up with that. We're just gonna have to bear with it. Yeah, Liao Bay should probably survive. You're just gonna switch to AP right now, Sukuyan. And Thomas de Aquino, you have a decent amount of armor. That's why my heavy cruisers are not really doing that much to you. We're gonna bring in the battlecruiser with her 12-inch guns. They're gonna do some things to you. Also, why are you guys firing HE instead of AP? Yeah, Heatsen should be able to pen the Babenberg when it comes to that. There we go. That's a bit more effective. Now you do have torpedoes. They're underwater launchers, so their launching arcs are kind of trash. Also, I blew up some of them. Yeah, we're about to take down the Fidela. Shoima, can you pen that Austrian monster ship? Yes, but at closer range. You have to close to within 15 to go through the main belt. Now, what kind of deck armor did you have? Even 15.6 inches. Yeah, maybe. I think it's down to the Heatsen. When it comes to killing the battleship. But we gotta take care of this first. Yeah, this is the refit version, isn't it? Wait, was this mine or was it Greek? Yeah, it's mine, so of course it's been refit. Battlecruiser Fidela sinks due to heavy flooding. Both my battleships have already switched to Babenberg. Which is nice. They're just gonna do that. They're already doing what they should be doing. Set your secondaries on that guy. Tomas the Aquino. I think that was the last bit of flooding needed to send it down, or maybe not. Let's give it one more salvo. Or one more. Now it's just blocking. Okay. Pick the closest one then. There we go. Yeah, we are going through the armor. She's got no more main guns. They got blown up somewhere along the way. Or maybe ran out of ammo. That's a possibility. They could have just ran out. Because these are pretty fast firing. And they only had standard ammo. Taking out the main tower too. She's got plenty of 8-inch casemates though. And they're just gonna keep slugging it out there. Sukuyan, you're gonna have to start getting some real solid hits in soon, or you're gonna run out of ammo. Like that. That's what I like to see. That's also what I like to see. A couple more flooding hits on the stern, and she's gone. Yeah, she's flooding, and the stern is already destroyed, so that flooding will not be contained. Back to this front. Yep, she sank. And at this range, those 25 inches of main belt armor is not good enough. Not against this. Yep, it's gonna flood too. Pretty sure. Also, heavy crew loss on Bobenberg. Okay, you got one round left of AP. Will it be enough? It might have been, because San Tomas is also flooding. Bobenberg sinks. If Sukuyan fails to sink... No, she did not fail to sink San Tomas de Aquino. If she did, my battleships would be free to finish the job. So, pretty nice. 63,000 victory points. Lost a couple of DDs. The Ottoman light cruiser got... heavy cruiser, excuse me, got badly damaged. But that's fine. Yeah, Heatsen doing the brunt of the work here. Very nice. And now, for a couple of meetings, we're already winning. Austria-Hungary had enough? I don't think so. I think I want to invade some of your stuff. I'm going to take that port off the Americans. Here we go. And it's the Sheens. Pilates class battlecruiser, supported by a bunch of heavy cruisers, Wolfsburg class. Yeah, these look not too bad. But I think the Sheens, with all of their 16-inch guns, will get the job done. Alright, let's sink some cruisers. Get my stuff organized. You will join in with the other battleships and be one big happy division. Heavy cruisers, just follow. Light cruiser, you can turn around. DDs, well, we're fighting a bit more mobile enemy force now this time. Last time they had a slow battleship with them. That was slowing down the entire enemy force. That made hitting them with torpedoes a little bit easier. That said, I will keep my DDs and light cruiser around in case I need them. But the weather is fine enough. So I don't think I will need a spotter. I already spotted their battlecruiser. And their light cruisers. Why am I spotting the light cruisers before the heavy cruisers? How big are these guys? Pretty big. Yeah, I've seen these before. They had these in the previous war as well. Lots of torpedoes. These heavy cruisers, they seem to be alright. I think I've seen these before too. Yeah, they got some armor. What's the range? 54 kilometers. Yeah, they're not in range and will not be for a while. We got plenty of ammo. Everything is fine. And everything is awesome. You're gonna turn parallel. You're outranging me, aren't you? 47, almost 48 kilometer main gun range. I've got 41 kilometer. There we go. But I think my guns hit a little bit harder than theirs. Yeah, AP damage 1885, HE 4278. Yeah, not that much harder. Like 15.1s. Triple base TNT3. They got super heavy shells and capped AP. I got heavy shells and capped ballistic AP. So their shells are a little bit more focused on damage rather than penetration. Let's see. 2 battleships will focus the enemy battlecruiser. And the last 2 will go to town on the enemy heavy cruisers. Sheehan already took a hit to the A turret. Not serious. We've yet to score any hits. There we go. We scored a hit on Kaiser. Some of these ships are damaged from before. I think they've been sailing around in minefields, which is a favorite pastime of the AI. And already Sheehan and Seksu decide that, yeah, they're gonna switch targets. They switched their main guns to light cruisers and kept the secondaries on the battlecruiser, which is entirely backwards. At least they scored a hit though on Magnet before I switched them back. Firing AP, you're firing AP, you're firing HE. I think HE is good enough for these heavy cruisers. They have very little main deck armor. And at this range, I think I'm going to be hitting the decks more than the belts. There we go. Kaiser has taken some hits. There we go. That's what I like to see. And in terms of cost, she's on par with my Sheehan's. Similar speed, roughly similar firepower. How many, actually more firepower, because she's got way more guns. Armor isn't quite as... it's actually on par. Apart from the main belt. Okay, we got torps. We got incoming torps. That could be ugly. So, Jintang and Shusheng are going to ignore the heavy cruisers just for now. And I want some of these light cruisers just deleted. I think my maneuver was in time. Comet has exploded. Tudor explodes. And we are indeed avoiding the torpedoes. And enemy light cruisers are down. I want to have a couple more hits on the enemy battlecruiser. And it should go down too. I think it's going down already. Yeah, it's flooding to death. But there's a spread of torpedoes coming in. Okay. Now, there are some heavy cruisers here that require some attention from my big guns. Yeah, my accuracy will be a little bit affected by these maneuvers, but that will just have to be. There we go. We're landing hits. Landing big hits. And these are decently expensive. Not as costly as the light cruisers, though. Those things are seriously overpriced for what they are. Like, yeah, they have a lot of torpedoes, but if these guys had very long-range Occident torpedoes, 24-inch torpedoes, it would be a lot more dangerous. Staying out of range would be very difficult. He's got fast torpedoes, but they're just not in range to do anything. We're just gonna gun them down now. Franz Josef coming in. Wow, that's a different class. She's big. 20,000 tons? Got some armor too. Not much, but enough to keep her safe from HE. 16-inch AP though. Really don't care. Leoben and Yasmin Gott are hugging. Joseph goes down. These two will be focused next, just by the AI prioritizing the closest ships. Will they? There we go. Now, got one battleship firing on each of the enemy heavy cruisers, and that should be sufficient. We really haven't taken a lot of damage. Sheehan has taken some hits, but that's about it. And apart from a 7-inch secondary turret getting knocked out, none of it has been fatal or even serious. So yeah, very nice. There we go. 2 on each now. Wow, you got armor. Okay, so my bad. Yeah, they got multiple classes of heavy cruisers here. We're loading AP because both of these have armor, like series armor. HE is not cutting it. AP is. Yasamir God is flooding. Should be. Wow, that's a fat cruiser. Let's take a look at this thing. That is one ugly ship. You really only have 2 single 10.1-inch guns. It's a lot of armor, but the firepower just really isn't making up for it. Plus beam, minus draft. Low and slow. That's a different class, yeah. Which one was the 20,000 tonner? This thing. Already going down. Let's see. Can that like be a cooler thumbnail? I think that kind of works. It's a little bit it's kind of interesting when the ships are slipping beneath the surface. Alright, let's just watch the fireworks. I don't think there's any need for any further input from my side. There we go. More flooding on Prince Eugen. Yeah, it's not gonna recover. There she goes. Yasamir got last one left afloat. Not for long. 3% buoyancy left. 2. Oh, back up to 3. Nice damage control there. Oh yeah, some of these Austrian funnels, funnily enough, no pun intended, have pretty good damage control stats. Like, just as a bonus, in addition to functioning as a funnel. That's just something interesting about them that not a lot of people think about. Okay, I said no more input, but fine. You can fire some HE if you will. Also, wow, you're getting far out. Maybe you do need some input. Because there's no need to be at this kind of range. It's just wasting ammo. Guns off, get closer. And I'm in enemy territory now, so chances are I'm gonna need some of that ammo next month when this task force gets into battle again. Our torpedo range is 13.9. You have no main guns. I can safely close to within like 15 before opening up again. And here we go. Nice. That's more like it. Yeah, that's a pretty overwhelming victory, but we're kind of used to seeing that from the Sheehan class battleships. And one more meeting here in the Pacific. Uses Denver and Fife. We got the Wenzhou. And for these kind of budget heavy cruisers, I think Wenzhou will take this alone. And Wenzhou has closed to within firing range. Of course, the enemy is now hiding in smoke. The moment they were engaged. There they are. And it seems the weird stuttering from the very first battle has fixed itself. There you go. Denver has very little armor and is being engaged by a lot of 12-inch guns. Should be getting some hits on target soon. There we go. That's most of the ship gone already. Engines are out. Front half of the ship, and then some, flooding. Yeah. You picked the wrong enemy, Denver. Denver is gone, only 5 left. It's a nice weather for some small cruiser engagements. I can barely see the enemy DD in the distance there. Have we scored any hits yet? Not really. 5 is engaging in return. Just gotta watch out for the torpedoes. There we go. One 12-inch shell found its mark. Why are we firing AP? That's not the right choice. There we go. That did a lot more. And that did a lot more. Nice. Another win for the Wenju. The Winju. And let's see. Okay, Britain losing transports, Austria-Hungary losing transports, US losing transports. I'm not losing anything. India signed a special alliance and trade agreement with the United States. Okay, weren't you just occupied by them? Korean Empire wants to buy a cruiser. That's fine. Ottoman Empire wants to buy a cruiser. That is also fine. It's a tiny one after all. Okay, where's my Chubin? Shima being repaired for 4 months. Yeah, Chubin is being repaired. That's why she was not in the battle. Oh yeah, that whole task force is in port. Alright, that's fine. There we go, Austria-Hungary, 2 battleships. And these are the, yeah, the Sheeans. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can invade Palestine. I can. 161,000 tons. Should not be a huge problem. There is also a convoy battle here, a strike even, which is an actual battle, although only one of the ships is mine. That's the Kavkads, and a bunch of Ottoman ships have come to help. We're gonna do that one next time, and I think we're gonna do this one next time too. Yeah, Amstetten is the one that is really big. Wolfsburg, that's the very heavily armored one. So I'm gonna need the battlecruiser for this. Okay, not a big convoy though, but still. Yeah, but that's for next time. Goodbye, and take care.